Hey, how's it going? It's Sam Frost here, back with some more digital marketing advice. Now, in today's short video, I want to talk about the importance of not becoming dependent on any given digital advertising platform. Now, I'll use an example of a client that's approached me recently. They're a pretty sophisticated little business in terms of the product that they produce. They build definitely, in terms of the local market, one of the best products of this particular category. And what they've traditionally done is not really bothered to sort of grow any brand around this product. They've just been sort of almost engineering-led, developed a great product, and then sold it basically by being dependent on Google Ads advertising, so search advertising. So basically you search for a particular type of product, they show up in Google, they get an inquiry through a series of landing pages depending on the keyword you search, and they kind of complete the deal and transact through there. There's a bit of word of mouth business and so on, but so much of what they do is very dependent on Google Ads. Now this business approached me and said, well, we've got a problem. Our industry is slowing down as the sort of economy turns, and what we're finding is that our cost per click on Google Ads are sort of rising at the same time. And what this means is that it's costing us more and more and more to get each conversion, to get each lead, and it's actually now affecting our profitability quite severely, and we don't really know what direction to go in. And it's a perfect sort of case in point of why you need to be wary of becoming reliant or dependent on any given digital advertising platform. I've spoken in the past about some of the other dangers of sort of dependency on any given digital platform, like having all of your audience tied up in a Facebook page or an Instagram account, because you might fall foul of some terms of service, or a rogue AI bans you, and all of this sort of stuff happened to me in the past. But there is another dimension with digital advertising, and that is that typically cost per click and sort of cost per impression, or CPMs and CPCs, climb over time. And probably what you're going to find as well is as actual platforms like Facebook or Meta, Facebook's parent company, and Google or Alphabet, which is Google's parent company, they come under cost pressures because advertisers are actually starting to withdraw some of their spend. You might find, and what seems to be happening is that they're actually sort of effectively jacking up the prices of advertising for other advertisers, which then winds up inflating your cost per click or your cost per impression, and potentially having a negative impact on your conversion acquisition costs, your lead acquisition costs, or your sale acquisition costs. And this can really throw off your sort of metrics that you're running your campaigns to. Suddenly a profitable campaign is only just breaking even or becomes unprofitable. And what you really got to factor in is probably CPMs and CPCs are just going to keep inflating over time. It doesn't mean that there's no role or value in Google Ads or Facebook ads or LinkedIn ads or anything like that. They're still great platforms. You can still do really well with them. But if you're dependent on them, that's the real issue. If all of your leads for your business come through Google search advertising, what are you going to do if you need to get conversions at $100 or less, and suddenly, because of how much clicks are costing, or because a new competitor wades in and starts bidding a whole lot more, you're having to pay $125 or $150. That's before you even factor in what if you get inadvertently banned for breaking a term of service, or you actually do go out and do something genuinely wrong on the platform and get banned for that, or any of those kind of things that could happen. There's the financial side, and then there's this whole sort of grey area of AI algorithms and low quality moderation and all these problems that come with digital ad platforms as well. So just a word of warning is don't become dependent. Obviously take the opportunities where they exist. If Facebook ads driving to a lead conversion form on Facebook is getting you some great results for your business, don't stop that, but look at other ways that you could get in front of that same target customer. The same person you're selling to there almost certainly exists on other platforms, whether it's other social networks or even offline. Don't ignore offline methods and channels and strategies as well. There's more to the world than just digital marketing, and that comes from someone who works in the digital marketing sphere. Your customer exists in the real world. They're out there consuming information and researching things in all manner of different formats and channels. So there are other ways to reach them as well. You take your opportunities like your Google search ads or your Facebook ads where they exist, but always be looking for how can I find other opportunities. What would my backup plan be? How do I build more of a brand? If you take Apple, for example, if Apple couldn't advertise on Google search anymore or Facebook ads, would that company disappear overnight? No, maybe it would have an impact on the business, but the brand is so well established, people would still search them out. But if you've got a business like this client I mentioned earlier, where almost everything is dependent, they don't even show up on organic search because they haven't put any effort there. It's all paid Google search. That's the huge, vast majority of their lead generation activity. And they're basically dependent on it, and they're in a really tricky situation now because they're getting to that point where it's almost unprofitable. Costs keep going up, the conversion rate is dropping because the industry is softening, and they don't really have a brand to fall back on. So if they stop the advertising, the leads will dry up altogether. It's really not a good place to be in. So just be wary of this. If you need any help, please do let me know. You can leave a comment below. You can email me on info@samfrost.co.nz. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.